your preference of your years before driving for BMW, what's your favorite race car to this point?
You have to, I guess you have to sort of categorize it, because in the all-out fast scale is the BMW V12 LMR. This is a guided missile, built to go to Le Mans, built to attain the highest top speeds ever, and still go through the corners. I mean, this was a work of art that they turned into a race car, right? And this is kind of what BMW always makes. Whatever they build, you look at this BMW GT car outside, and if you get to open the doors, it's another work of art that they've turned into a race car. And then you drive something like the BMW McLaren GTR.
Okay.
And that was a car that when you were in Le Mans driving that thing down the straightaway, you were hitting 200 plus miles an hour, and you hit the brakes and you rev the motor on the downshifts and you watch the guardrails glowing red, you know, at nighttime. That was a car that made you feel bigger than life. It was amazing. And you go to their vintage cars sometimes, and I get, you know, when they pull one out for a special weekend, and you drive that 320i turbo that had the F1 four-cylinder motor in it, made 900 and something horsepower, and you step on it. The first time I drove it, there was no information on it, and this is how strange it was. We didn't have the engineer that did the engine at the time, so here it is. It runs like a champ. I try to take off. The tach says it goes to 10,000 RPM. I don't know if that means rev it to 6 or rev it to 10. And I try to leave, and it won't leave. It's real cammy, it's real wild. And I give it about 3 or 4 shots and put it on my foot. I light it up a lot higher on the res, and I take off. And I kept revving it higher. More boost, more boost. This thing actually passed the McLaren GTR in a straight line. And you are thinking, what an amazing car for 19 whatever it was, right? I mean, so, and then you get the M1. Beautiful sounding, very fast, still to this day very fast. I mean, everything they've built, they've never built one that I don't like. You know, I mean, if you were to pick one that you sort of were on the fence on, it's the 2002, because it's the slowest. It is one that inspires passion amongst a lot of the following. I'll drive that at a vintage event, and people will love that car more than just about any car. But, you know, as a race car driver, you want something that is a rocket, right? You get in this new BMW V8, and they've now, through engineering, you know, the motor is a production motor, and it makes just a little bit more than a street motor. So now they're able to go racing competitively and win with a production motor. They take a production chassis, they modify it slightly, and they modify the body a little bit, and you feel huge downforce, great power, the drivability, the transmission, the 50-50 weight ratio, and again, it feels like a BMW you drive and you can win races. So, I mean, it's always enjoyable every day you drive a BMW. I mean, we were talking about this at a press dinner last night. Who ever thought I could one day make a living doing what I would have paid every penny I ever had to do, right? So I wake up every morning earlier than the alarm clock to go to work because it is a passion and a fortune to me.